Hey guys, this is Stephen27 here with an online battle of Napoleon Total War. Now, if anyone who I am, you know I am a Let's Player who does do a Napoleon Total War online battles occasionally. But this is not a normal battle. It's obviously not on my normal channel. This is on a new channel called GDA, and that is a channel made strictly for my clan battles, such as this one. The people who will probably mostly be uploading for this will probably be Spiker here on my left and Thomas on my right. However, this is a replay, so they will not be able to comment, unfortunately, with all their useful insights and tidbits of information and all their funny nonsense that we probably said during the battle, which is unfortunate, but oh well. This is something to put up at least. But yeah, hopefully they will be contributing soon. But yeah, let's start the battle, shall we? And of course, you'll notice here that Thomas is playing as the Spanish, and he has the Peninsula expansion, which allows him to have guerrillas, and he's going to use that to our advantage here. And because on this map, it's very, very important you have this center hill. If you have it, typically you win. So basically, whoever rushes to it and gets to it first will usually win. And the guerrillas really just give us a massive advantage here. And I am the one tasked with taking the hill, as you can see here. And I have my men all lined up and ready to take it. And of course, this is actually from quite a while ago. I don't remember when this is from, but it's from quite a while. Because I actually have, my tactics have changed a lot. Or at least my formation has changed since then. But no matter. But as you can see, he already has 2 units, and that's more than enough to slow them down from enough time for my men to get up there. But here, yep. Spiker is here playing as the Austrians. Just a quick bit of information on him. He's very, very much in favor of melee. He loves getting into melee and use his cavalry to his advantage. He's very good with cavalry, in fact. And you should buy, and you'll see his love of melee shortly enough. I don't know how to describe Thomas. He's kind of all around. He's willing to do whatever it takes. And I'm kind of mostly a I guess I could describe my style. I like to keep them at arm's length. I've learned since this battle to use melee to my advantage in a pinch, but I haven't learned that yet in this battle, and I'm still very much the user of keep them at arm's length with my Silesians, because I usually play as the Prussians. But anyway, the battle has started, and you can see the guy opposite me. The defeated shall remain nameless here. But anyway, we got the French, here, two French players, in fact, there, and we have a British player on the right. Now I'll be facing the French, and probably the British as well. Might come around and try to hit right here, but we shall see. And you can see that the French already have cavalry on this hill, which is good for them. It's also shooter cav, and that's, you can't underestimate them. I think if you guys seen my first battle uploaded for Napoleon, I very much underestimated them and got destroyed, or at least my cavalry at the beginning did. But you shall see soon enough how this goes. They're going to fire any second, and there's no noise for some reason. But anyway, now they're in melee there, and Uhlans should beat them. We shall see. But dragoons actually are mostly good against infantry, not against other cavalry. But as you can see, we already have solid possession of this hill, 4 units of cavalry and several units of infantry, and my infantry is already right here. And right here, basically what just happens, I forgot to have them run. I just had them on walk and didn't bother to put them on run. But no matter, we still have the hill. But it looks like this guy has kind of already given up. He knew once he saw the guerrillas up there that he was not going to get the hill, so he decided just to walk them up. Which is fairly smart, because it's also tough, because you have to get that hill. I mean, you really do. Once the other team has that hill, 9 times out of 10 you're going to lose. But in that he was able to push up infantry on top of the hill, so that's very helpful in that respect. However, these are old guard fighting against militia. I mean, obviously, and these can't form a square as well. So obviously he's not going to win that battle. At least not on this hill. Over here, it's much more slanted his way. But on this hill, he's kind of screwed. Spiker is, rather. Now over here, the only problem with the Spanish is well, I wouldn't say the only problem. The main problem with the Spanish is that they're not good in stand-up fights. They're just not as good. And, their main advantage, of course, is the guerrillas. But over here, he used all his guerrillas basically to get the hill. So he's kind of at a big disadvantage here. So, because he's outnumbered and their men are better. So he's in trouble already. But over here, I'm sitting pretty. Kind of happy just to stay up here. Kind of willing to let them bleed out the enemies and such. But it looks like he pulled off some troops and sending reinforcements up, including Emperor's own infantry, which is like the most elite infantry you can have. And as you can see, the enemy player, French player, is going after Spiker's general here. I do believe he does catch it in time. Yes, he does. Or he charges. I wasn't expecting that. As you can see, I don't remember this very well. And that's probably for your benefit, because I don't remember how exactly it all goes down. But as you can see, he does destroy that one at least, I believe. But I don't know. This is interesting. How are things going over here? Just typical combat over there. Yeah, it looks like he does win out in the end. Yep, he wins. His general's still alive. It's a very risky thing, because in this, general dying is such much a bigger effect in this game compared to Empire, because Empire, general doesn't really do anything. You know, there's no rally ability or anything. He's just there. And this, he does have a rally ability, and it's very, very important and really helpful. Okay, back. Sorry there, I had to take care of something. But anyway, as you can see, it's really touch and go here. Because really, both sides are they're playing pretty well. But the cavalry is really helping the French player here. But nothing else has really happened thus far. The British are slowly but surely moving up. And we'll see what in a second what happens exactly. But it looks like the Austrians have a bit of an advantage here. Some of the Spanish guerrilla cavalry has come around and helped out a little bit. And the Lancers just broke that unit of Grenadiers, were they? Yes, they were. But it's really close right there. You can't really tell who's going to win here. Though it looks like the French are very content to just sit here and take pot shots at the Grenadiers and other men right here. It's going to be interesting. I'm not sure. But yeah, it looks like the center player is very content just to sit here. And it looks like the center French player is bringing troops over to protect their flank. Because I was going to bring up troops and flank around and nail the British player in the back as he tries to assault. But it looks like the French player is very aware of that. Is making sure I can't do anything about that because he tries to assault. But it looks like the French player is very aware of that and is making sure I can't do anything about that. But as you can see here, I'm bringing up some Lancers, and I'm trying to see if I can make a run at the French general there, because that would deal a very heavy blow. Getting a general is very important and is very useful. And also I can do damage here as well. Because even if I don't make it, I can still do damage to their light infantry and their line infantry as well. So it's a win-win, really. And as well, I have Brandenburg Uhlans, which are like elite. Well, some of the best lancers in the game, in my opinion. But here they come. They're moving through, and of course they just routed that unit of infantry right there. So they have almost no support here from regular line infantry, except for these guys. And I'm not going for them, so. But actually here, I had them stand there, because when you charge, it gives off a noise, of course, when they cheer like that, and that actually gives away a lot of charges. So the idea of me doing that was to conceal it until it was very close. But obviously he would see it. But yeah, I'm going for the general here. I'm right there, in fact. We'll see. And I don't know why he didn't move his general. He probably could have gotten him out if he really tried. And I got him. And that was actually really lucky when you look at it. he was very lucky that I was able to get him, considering the fact he only took 2 casualties, or 3 now. And his first casualty was a general, so that was very helpful. And really, that kind of swung the tide here, and really won the hill. And now he's kind of screwed, really is. But you can see the British are slowly creeping closer and closer. And in a second, hostilities shall commence over here. And it certainly seems to favor the British at this point. But we'll check over there in a second again. But as you can see, we've driven them off the hill completely now. And the other French players having to bring troops over. And really every man we kill here is an advantage. Because really at this point our strategy was to kill as many as we could over here and over there. And then rally upon the hill with my fresh army. And it really did work. Well, it's working so far at least. And now Thomas has just moved up some of his guerrillas and is taking pot shots in that again.
Building has fallen,
which is always a good idea. Unless there's cavalry about, then it's a little more risky. But they had good infantry support. But you can see the main engagement has begun. And let's get close here. How's it going, guys? But anyway, it's going pretty well for the British at least. Not so much for my team. But again, really the aim here is just to kill as many as they can, and they're doing a good job of it. Doing very good amount of damage to several of their units here. And I'm still moving up and trying to support Thomas with some of my foot guards. But unfortunately, it's really almost out of my hands now, because they have too much that even if I did break through, then they would have an advantage, in that I would be slowed down too much to really do anything.
Running, sir.
But yeah, my gallant Lancers did finally break there. But I still have some of my Brandenburgs. And you can see here Thomas is going to send his guerrilla cav and try to kill the general. And it looks like he will, actually. Got his general right there. Let's see. Is he going to get away? It looks like he's going to get away. Yeah, I think he's going to get away from this. It's actually pretty well rated. Got some experience. But yeah, it looks like they're doing pretty good there. And that was a good idea, even if it doesn't work. But as you can see, it's really Thomas's lines are starting to get pretty thin here. And that cavalry charge, if it did nothing else, it did disrupt his lines and force them to form a square and really reduce their fire along that front. And starting to break now, and they're in trouble. Oh, looks like he did get the general. Okay, that's 2 generals already down, and they're in a bit of a hole. Everywhere they've been, they've really been able to do anything. But as you can see here, they did charge me with some of their cavalry. My men did form a square in time, and they're supporting each other, which helps even more. But now he's seen this, they're in square, and he's trying to move up to try to support. I tried to charge into my lancers here, and it really did not work at all. The horse guards are just too good. They are very good, though. Very, very